Top of the morning to you. Fresh from a week in the woods, and I'm back to talk about coffee on a Monday. So my coffee journey took me from just regular pour over, getting it from whatever gas station, stop and sip, whatever. And I just always begrudged spending so much money on stupid coffee. And then I started trying to find out what I liked and really try to recreate it at home. And so I started going through fancier beans, and I had the Chemex, that glass pitcher thingy. And they were kind of fun because they were kind of putsy, so it was something else to do. There was a process to it, and I enjoy processes, I guess. And that was fun. And then I broke down and bought my first espresso machine, and it was like a simple, I don't know, it might have been even Mr. Coffee. It was just a really easy, I don't know, didn't even grind. I bought pre-ground beans. I mean, it was horrible. Everything was horrible. But I enjoyed the process. And that started me down the rabbit hole of trying to dial in a good shot of espresso to make a good Americano. So then I went through a series of machines. Good morning, Nessie. Yeah, we're going to go for a walk in a minute. There were a number of different machines, a number of different things. Oh, now the big one's up. And I finally splurged on myself and bought a... Oh, now I forget what I bought. I'm not sure if it really matters. It broke. It was $600. It was a Breville. That's what it was. It was the Breville Barista Pro. And yeah, didn't even make it 4 years. And it was $600. And that greatly upset me. Probably because of the amount of money I spent. And I don't know if it's like a veteran thing or certain guys. I don't know. All I know is I do not enjoy spending money on myself. I have to justify it to the nth degree. It's ridiculous. And I went through so much to really tell myself it's okay. And, you know, if you look at the sheet that I made for everything, we saved a ton of money by using that Breville for as long as we did, making the coffees here at home for my wife and all the company that comes over and blah, 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 blah. So it does pay for itself if you are an avid, good coffee drinker. So that was, but I was still so mad that it broke. And what broke in it was a part that was inside the group head, and I was not able to get at it to fix it. So, because I also like fixing all my own stuff. So then that led me to, I don't know, I found some dude named James Hoffman and some other guy named Lance Hendrick, I don't know. Lance, I'll look him up later and maybe whatever. I'd tag him. I don't think he'll care. He's data driven. That's all I know. Anyway, they post a whole bunch of stuff on everything to do with espresso. And then there's another one called Tom's Coffee Corner. I found him too. And I looked up, saw a bunch of their videos, and they all kind of said the same thing as far as there are two types of appliances. One is a coffee maker. And a coffee maker is not repairable. So if it goes bad, it's toast. There's nothing you can do about it. A coffee machine is, I don't want to call it plug and play like a computer system, but I mean, you can take things out, you can put new things in, you can modify them. There's a whole ton of things you can do. And so I began to look at what was the most mechanical coffee machines that were the least likely to break in a way that I couldn't fix. And I went through so many different options. I mean, I'm not going to name them because I'm going to be very disparaging about many of them. But yeah, I used anything that was self-powered. I will tell you, no, not a fan. Quite the horrible experience overall. I couldn't replicate any of the shots after it was just too much. It was, and then I'm like, I'm not Amish, so here we go. Nothing against the Amish people. They probably got way more whatever than I do. But I then ended up doing a ton of research. I found the Gaggia Classic Pro, and it's so customizable. You can modify it. There's a bunch of different things out there, so you can really dial it in to make your flavor what it is you want. And I'm not gonna, if you want to learn all about flavor profiles and other whatever stuff, go check out James Hoffman or Lance. They will walk you through all the different steps. Lance will have all of the different numbers and charts and graphs and whatever else. I do like a good process to make coffee. I do like a good flavor of my coffee. And I'm not a scientist who's going to whatever. I probably don't even buy the right beans that all these people will whatever brag about. I found Lavazza because they were at Costco and I like Costco. And so I found those. They tasted great to me. I stopped looking for other beans. And then when I did get the Gaggia, I had to get a new grinder because that was the one thing that I loved the most about the Breville was the onboard grinder. Was just a fantastic grinder. So I picked up, I believe it's an Opus Fellow or a Fellow Opus. Either way, it has the words Fellow and Opus in it, and it does a great job, and it's got a nifty little magnetic cup, which cracks me up every time I use it. If you are going to get it, I recommend getting a rechargeable vacuum so that you can clean up, because it does spill, make a mess. And so sometimes you got to put in more beans to get the right out in your cup. And I think next time I'll talk more about how I actually make the coffee, all the little fun things that I've made. Because I've 3D printed a bunch of stuff for like my little tamping station. And, you know, sometimes when you watch some of those coffee dudes on YouTube or wherever you find them, it's inspiring. It's testing. It's like, oh, I wanna try that method. I want to see what this is. And then you're like, wow, I feel like an idiot and it didn't do anything and I can't taste the difference. And that's the big thing for me. It's like I read all these. If you like the way your coffee tastes, then just be happy and enjoy your coffee. I think that's the main point. I'm going to go walk my dogs because they're telling me they have to go out. Tonks, outside? Come on. Yeah. Here. Tonks. You want to go outside? Yes, I do. All right, we're going to go for a walk.